All right. Make sure I'm recording. Yeah, I'm recording. So, this is probably the second time I did this type of video. I did this video before, like months ago, back in May. I'm gonna get a couple of disclaimers also. Hey, I'm probably gonna split this off into like sections, but y'all probably won't notice. It probably one fit full video. Two, I posted the video on my Twitter. It's a video I made back in May about the whole situation. At the time, I did not know what was going on until people actually told me about this gang stalking. Well, federal watch list, pretty much. That's what gang stalking technically is. Well, the threats, I guess you could say. And I feel like I need to make this video because this whole situation got so goddamn ridiculous to the point that the manager, I'm not gonna expose everybody. I'm just gonna expose like the two main managers. That's not really my managers, which I knew for months. I just kept dragging it off. I'm gonna post them two pictures. I'm not gonna expose everybody else's other fake coworkers because it's a lot of these folks. And I'm just gonna focus on the main managers. And the feds, pretty much 90% got something to do all this BS. And also, I'm gonna try my best to keep this more clean because most likely this video is gonna be getting out to multiple people. What I suppose, I don't know. It depends on the situation. Cause like I said, I didn't want to do this video, but I kept saying I was going to do it just because how ridiculous this situation has gotten, and the feds most likely have something to do with it. Long story short, some people lied on my name. I know where it all started at, and I kind of find it ridiculous because when I start finding out, like my phone, somebody had access to my phone. I was going to the police and the FBI with the situation just to find out that they been the ones that's doing it, and I've been lied to by the police like 3 times because I kept going to the cops multiple times and telling them how they've been doing it, and they kept trying to make up excuses. Ooh, that's another lie. One lie, the police officer in Fitting. I work my full-time job at Fitting. I'm going to expose that manager there. That's the first person I'm going to expose. Because the police officer, when I went up there, because somebody went inside my car. That's going to be the moral of the story, because all this bullshit, try not to cuss, got escalated because somebody was going inside my car on their property. And I'm going to the police. I filed a police report about it. It's literally on their cameras. And nothing wasn't getting done. That's how you know that the feds have something to do with it. That's one way how you know the feds have something to do with all that. And I'm going to explain that too. But like I said, this is what makes me want to do this video, because I've been cracking down on it. I've been exposing people. Hell, I literally saw the goddamn, I'm going to call it cellular data capture devices. It's a word for it's IMEI captures, technically. Drink some water. My throat's getting itchy. I just got off work also. And I'm going to explain all that also. But I'm not going to explain that because I explained most of that in the first video, which I'll probably put the link in the description. Because I'm just going to prove that it's a thing called goddamn gang stalking, which I never heard of till people told me about this. And the feds have something to do with it. And this is either racist, or I was right about a certain company doing some shady shit, or I was right about the phone issue in what I said in the first video. Cause I was with a phone company that don't protect your personal information. But all that I pretty much explained in the first video. But at the time, I did not know what was going on. Also, another thing, everything I was posting on my Twitter are technically timestamps. So if this actually gets picked up for all the BS that the Fed's been doing, because long story short, they try to make me go fucking homeless. And I'm going to explain why. Because like I said, the stuff I was playing in the first video, god damn it, cat. But yeah, everything I explained in the first video, I didn't know what it was. Cause I thought it was a private investigating team. Which if it was a private investigating team, they was doing some illegal, shady stuff. Cause there's things that private investigators can't do or cannot do, and pretend to be goddamn coworkers, well, managers, is something that they can't do. Correct me if I'm wrong, cause the people I'm gonna post, it's how should I say this? I'm just gonna focus on exposing the two managers. One of the managers at my full-time job, I don't know when I'm gonna upload this video, 11/18/2022, Friday. The manager, I'm gonna post his picture because that's 100%. That's a fraud, because that's impersonation fraud. If you using my real boss's name to pretend to be my manager. Shit, I think at both jobs, because a lot of these people are not using their real names, and they've been doing. I won't explain that, but nah, he the one that actually said, which kind of ironic, because he's one of the people that was going inside my goddamn car at work. Said that they gonna go. They didn't say layoff. That's the crazy thing while saying layoff. But there's like a meeting, a company meeting. Because I've been complaining to the HR about the situation, and it got to the point that I complaining to the city offending. I've been finding like complaints that people was going inside my car. There's literally camera proof of people going inside my damn car. I work a first shift daytime job. I park in front of the cameras. It's kind of ironic because I am like the only black male working at that job. That's 100% true, and I know they're gonna try to bring up. There was another black male, but he wasn't really one of the co. Like I said, it's called gang stalking for a reason. But like I said, I ain't gonna talk about him. Cause like I said, I'm gonna focus on this manager. And see, I don't want to use his name because he been using my real manager name, who I barely saw. Long story short, like I said, I post all this on Twitter. I be tweeting like all the BS that's been going on for like almost 5 months now. Cause I'm not trying to make this video last like goddamn 2.5 hours. But pretty much, long story short, he said that they're gonna lay people off. You're gonna be getting 2 weeks of free pay. Then you have to look for another job. Which, if you know your goddamn laws and rules, if you lay people off, you're gonna be eligible for unemployment. Which is kind of funny, and we didn't hear this for the corporate, by the way. Corporate didn't say anything. I post all this. See, that's the part I should have recorded, but I didn't want to. I stopped doing that because these folks are obvious. But yeah, he really said that they're gonna lay off the employees but get 2 weeks of free pay. But during those 2 weeks, you're gonna have to find a new job. Now think about it. Know that this is the manager that's not really my manager, by the way. Like I said, his picture gonna be in the screen. I could post his picture because, like I said, that's an imposter. I say imposter, but yeah, but that's an impersonation fraud. Technically, what they've been doing. So most likely, it's a waiting game because I already filled out the paperwork. Well, not paperwork. I filled out online of, I guess, unemployment, because you'll be eligible for unemployment, and plus a month to have a person look for another job. First things first, when I started here, well, when I was interviewed for this job back in, I believe, May, this job is a small warehouse job, by the way. It's a very, very small warehouse job. It's usually cost training, but I'm going to explain that situation also. When I started here, when I first started, my first day, it was like over 20 people there. That's mistake number one. I was told by multiple people that it was a small warehouse job, but they had 20 people here. Then a lot of people got laid off, which is kind of funny because this is around the first time I started noticing that people was going inside my car, because they've been trying to do these tactics to increase my workload so I can stay busy while somebody just go inside my car. So most likely when I unload the truck, because here's the thing, they know what time the trucks should be here, the days that trucks be here. I don't got those emails answer yet to find out when days the trucks go be there. This was like back in May and June. This is back when the first guy they promoted to be a manager, who I found out that was going inside my car also, was like the manager. I could say his name. His name was like Steven. But like I said, what's the point of saying their names if they wasn't using their real names? The hell, half these people wasn't even clocking in also, by the way. But yeah, first time people was going inside my damn car. First, when I was getting on forklift, that's when I started noticing. Then when I started getting off work, because like one day I had to get off work early. This was like back in, I want to say 3 months ago. I had to go home early because I had like some personal issues. Next thing, noted, I was right about the. I was right. I will show you something. I was right about. I don't know if you see that screen. Matter of fact, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I'm not ending on this crap out either. So I was right. Like I said, I got videos about the cellular data thing. How they been mimicking. I can't say that word. How they mimicking my cellular data. Like I said, a lot of this stuff I explained in the first video, but I'm just gonna like speed some up. That I know the people that had access to my personal and private information on my phone, and they've been using like these media cachers to have access to my shit. So because I find it weird that my phone go to 5G plus. Man, let's turn that off. And more than one person. Hell, like back in, I think June, I heard my goddamn voice in a white truck when I moved out here. I had to move. I found a new place, which I'm gonna break that situation down. This is like 100% proof that the feds is doing all this bullshit, and they not trying to tell me why. Cause I've been having trouble. One thing I stopped doing it because I was using a burner phone. Let me grab my burner phone, by the way. Give me 1 second. So I've been using a burner phone as of late, but I stopped doing it just because like they're doing something very illegal, and they've been trying to make me go fucking homeless for like goddamn 3 months now. Well, for over a year now, because all this, like I said, everything in the first video is gonna sum up a lot of the situation. Just replace that I didn't know what was going on with the feds and gang stalking, because gang stalking, I didn't know what this was till people told me about this. Hey, I got screenshots like I didn't know this shit was a thing, and I live in St. Louis, and I didn't ever understand why this is a thing in St. Louis. Hell, it's definitely not to prevent a serious crime, because that's a lot of bullshit that's going on in St. Louis. Hell, it was a school shooting like 10 minutes down where I stay at that made the news, national news. And a person literally went into the school with an AK, which like I don't know, which that makes no sense. And I guess what else I'm gonna say? I had more to say. But yeah, I didn't know what gang stalking was till people actually informed me on it, and I had to start doing research on this type of stuff. A lot of this stuff, wait, put on my Twitter too, matter of fact. Like I said, I've been researching a lot of shit. I've been exposing a lot of shit. Like I got the first video, only black male. Oh, another thing, because I actually found a data forensics group to find out who been having access to my phone, even though it's been the feds this whole damn time. First things first, it did start as like some type of private investigators till I caught on to them. I guess they must went to the police to have more access to my shit and pretend to be managers. Cause matter of fact, we gonna look this up. I'm gonna show these pictures. Matter of fact, I don't feel like posting pictures. I'm gonna post a picture right now. I'm gonna show you. This is the only picture I got on here, but I got more pictures on my other phone. I'll let this shit load it up. Cause this is the phone they've been having access to. This been the reason why I've been having trouble finding a goddamn lawyer for the longest. And they have access to my Wi-Fi. Just because they have access to everything on my phone. All right, let's get out of here real quick. First things first, like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna show you. This guy is my real manager. This guy I barely saw at my job when I started here. I don't know if you can see that. I know I'm probably giving out some personal information. I'm gonna blur that out. But here's the kicker. I know this is probably a bad picture. You can't really see his face, but Damn, the name. But look at the name. Either he got a twin brother or somebody magically have the same name. This is the person, the second guy I showed you. He been working as my pretend to be my real manager for like almost since I started here. When I started at that job. I do got more pictures, but it's on my burner phone, and I don't think y'all can see that. Because I have it posted on my email, because like I said, they've been having access to all my stuff on my email. But let's get back to this layoff situation. I'm just gonna, if it's true, I'm gonna file for unemployment because he literally the second picture guy told us that we got to find a new job. That's technically what he said, and he didn't really say laid off. Now, personally, I'm gonna think this is gonna be a way they're gonna try to build out the fake coworkers at this job. Cause like I said, this is the job I'm working at is a small warehouse job, which made it easy. It's a cell phone tower warehouse job. Everything is on my Twitter too, by the way. Another thing I'm gonna show you before I continue moving on. It's a video that I recorded that's like this goes on all the time at work when I'm at work. And I work at a cell phone tower warehouse. There's literally AT&T towers not too far from my work area. Hell, the company I'm working at is a partner by AT&T. But with that being said, which is kind of funny because they said that they're gonna shut down the location I'm working at. Most likely because somebody constantly been going inside my goddamn car. Like I said, I got pictures. I'm too lazy to like post pictures and edit. I'm just gonna do these type of videos. And I'm just gonna show y'all like this. Now, should I show off I'm gonna focus on the managers. Cause there's another female manager, and I'm not gonna say her name. But long story short, before she took her pictures off her business websites like LinkedIn and everything, there was a person pretending to be my real manager, but she left like a month ago. As soon as I exposed her technically, but she left because of mental issues. But the real manager is still there, but they working from home. They've been working from home pretty much, and they just been either relaying the fake I'm gonna say imposters. The information they came up there every few times, and they've been going by different names too, because they've been mixing around names. Like I said, there's been some weird shit, and it do have something to do with the feds again, because I filed police reports, I called the cops. One officer came up there last Wednesday. I told her that I was gonna give you the timestamp, so when I know that they was going inside my car, she didn't want it. They didn't even look at the damn cameras. My issue is, most likely this is definitely racist. B, they not trying to tell me why they're doing this. Like I said, this is pretty much, it's most likely a hate crime. They are committing hate crimes, I guess you could say. All right, let me look up this video before I forget. Now, what's the purpose of this video? I'll probably explain that at the end of this video. If I can find a damn video. I just did a video today. Now, I know you're going to see this. And again, I got multiple videos on my phone doing this, by the way. I'll hit the play button. My phone been doing this all goddamn day. Hope I hit the play button. God damn it. Damn it. Yeah, it's going to be hard to do it like this. Yeah, it's going to be hard doing it like this. God damn it. You know what? I got a better idea. Well, I'll probably post a clip. I'll probably post it in my shorts vids, but most likely I screenshot it anyway, so it really don't matter. Most likely, my phone been, god damn it. Sorry about this. This is why I'm not ending this shit out, by the way. it been going like I tweeted out. Just follow me on, look at my Twitter feed. You can find out that my phone gets no, it just kills my service, my cellular data service. Like somebody has access to my phone, my cellular data. Cause I know they've been, which explains the tracking, how I've been getting tracked everywhere, followed everywhere, do several cell phone tower tracking and stuff like that. It's like basic police shit. But yeah, that been going on. I got more videos like this too, by the way. But yeah, pull up this Twitter if I forget. So I actually went to the police station with the whole situation. Somebody been going inside my car. It's kind of funny that it took me to going to file complaints at the Fenton City of Fenton about the situation because I still haven't got the video proof. Police officer told me that they gonna see who did it. Cause I know who did it. The guy in the second picture was one of the people. But I'm not trying to expose everybody. Matter of fact, you wanna know how people wasn't going inside my damn car though. That's the crazy thing. Now, why I want to say this? There's been situations where people got their brakes cut and shit. Now think about it. This gang stalking shit kind of. Just do your research on gang stalking, on group stalking. It's gonna let you know like a lot of bullshit. How should I say this? No, I'll get an example. Peaceful protesting. Just know there's I'm gonna say bad apples in each peaceful protesting that's working for the police or the FBI. Cause like I said, this is probably it's most like some fair shit. Cause it's multiple police departments that's doing all this. So most likely it's fair shit. The feds. So that gang stalking can be multiple things. Informants, most likely informants. That's only black people are the informants, the snitches, I guess you could say. Informants, the scared straight type of black folks, them type of folks. Neighborhood watches, I guess, even though that makes no goddamn sense. Cause I know some of the people out here. Neighborhood watch, people that's going to law school. It's mostly them. And I guess a bunch of like NPCs, I guess you could say. Well, people that are down bad, like homeless people, they pay people under the rug, like in gift cards and shit, to do some commit heinous groups. This is like some Planet Crack in the 80s type of shit that they're doing in black communities. So personally, I think this always been going on, this gang stalking shit. They just been spying on people, And like I said, I'm gonna explain how this is definitely some gang stalking shit, and the feds have something to do with this. Cause we're gonna talk about the apartment issue. Cause I just moved into this apartment back in June, and I'm gonna explain that. I'm gonna probably post the screenshots of. I think I did it on Twitter. All right, cause I posted this. This been going on. This been going on since I started working here. This is how I noticed somebody been start going inside my car. I didn't notice at the time cause I just got this car, but they been peeling the thing off my windshield. Like they want my windshield like to cave in. I'm gonna show you what else. This is a picture of it. I don't know if I can see it. Windshield of my car. That was happening at my job in Fenton. All right, what else? This is when I first noticed that they were going to. This is like before I found out that the chick that left the job, her name was Rebecca, but like I said, these are fake names. Losing all 4 of my tires. I didn't know what day this. I forgot what day this was, but all 4 of my tires was loose at that job at the parking lot. Like every single tire was loose. But look, this is when like somebody. Here's the thing. This is like my team. This is my team's app for my job. I do got the picture. Click it. Yeah, baby. Now, this is when, hey, FYI, this is a big parking lot, and cars, like, you gotta be on some shady shit if you park next to another person's car in this parking lot. Cause like I said, this is a small warehouse. And I used to work in Finland before, and I know they don't do no criminal acts or nothing. Like it's secret as hell. It's an Amazon out there where I work at. But this is when I went to the police station and filed a police report because this is when I started noticing that somebody had been going inside my car, like they trying to plant something inside my damn car or some type of shit. All right, what else? Well, we gonna show it all. You gonna show it all? That's another picture. I actually posted this on my YouTube community page, which now I know it has something to do with the feds. Oh my damn cat. All right, let's see. I know I got it on here. Chill out. Chill. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. First things first. My car is not the newest. There's nicer cars out here in this area. And B, people don't break into cars in this area because it's too many lights out here. So it gotta be. That's how you know somebody has some keys in my car. Cause my doors are not fucked up. Somebody clearly has keys to my car, and the only people that could do that is the dealership or the feds that can get keys to your car. All right, and before I do that, I'll show you this. Now, this there's no way in hell somebody just come do this to turn the inside of my car out. All right, give me 1 second. I'm about to. But like I said, this is how I know that situation. I called the police the same day. After I tried to call the police, I didn't get a call back from the cops. Noted, a lot of crimes happen all the time in St. Louis. I live in St. Louis, by the way, which makes the situation even more stupid and redundant. That these folks have been trying to maybe go homeless. I pretty much explained the homeless thing in the last video. So watch that whole video. You'll understand that the feds literally had access to everything on my phone. Shoot. Oh, yeah. I'm about to. She's trying to shoot this damn wire, trying to electrocute herself. But yeah. Like I said, so these folks had access to everything on this phone. How they found out where I be working at. Because when I go to a job interview, these mofos get there before I get there, which I find that very weird. What makes it even more easier to find this out because it's only a certain stereotype of people that'll do this type of shit, and you'll notice that I ain't trying to be racist. Well, I'm not racist anyways. I don't know why I'm saying that. You'll notice that a certain demographic of people, a certain age group, and a certain race that does this. And I don't need this. I'm not gonna say which race because most likely I know the type of race of people and age group that do this type of stuff. Long story short, Karens and Kens. And if it's usually black folks, it's usually informants that probably been locked up that's working for the cops. It's the type of people that I'll put this in, I guess, music terms. Like, you know the reason how Young Thug, the Rico cases, they have people pretend to be those people that pretend tongue twister. There's people that pretend to be like, I guess, YSL members and stuff, like just going on with it, like insider jobs, I guess you could say, which is kind of funny because I don't be doing shit, which makes it more easier to catch on to this. I gotta watch her. How makes it so easy to catch on to this type of stuff, and they haven't. What makes it kill? The killer part is they making the real coworkers try to go along with it, with the whole situation, because A, it's obvious, B, it's obvious, and C, it's obvious. But nah, for real though. Plus, it also don't help that I saw the goddamn phone devices, or yeah, I'll say the fed phone in the bathroom. Because while I was going to the restroom, one of the fake coworkers came running to the restroom, said he left his phone. Hint, hint, they leave a phone out. They play cop and tail with the phone that has my personal information on it. I guess you could say, like everything on my Wi-Fi, everything on here. The females I be talking to on here, which kind of explains why they have like 50-year-old versions of. No, I'm not trying to get disrespectful, but yeah, I saw the Fed phone like 4 times within the span of 4 months. So I keep catching them. Police ain't trying to do nothing, so you know they have something to do with the whole situation. Yeah, I know it's the feds because I got 2 jobs. They doing a lot of the same shit they doing at one job and doing at my other job. Because, like I said before, if this is private investigators doing all this, that's hella illegal and they can't do that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I know the feds have something to do with all this stuff. But like, I didn't want to do this video, but it got to the point where they talking about they're gonna lay people off. I see that's a bailout to get the fake coworkers out of there, because I posted something. The thing about private investigators, you can hire your own type of private investigators to dig up people's backgrounds. Because when I found out that a lot of people at this job are not using their real names. Hint, hint, first picture. I'm not gonna expose everybody there. But I'm gonna show some videos. I got a lot of videos on here of the bullshit that's been going on. It's kind of funny. It's kind of crazy too, cause I'm a tech savvy person. Here, I took a couple of cybersecurity classes. That's how I know how I've been finding out. Well, coding classes. How I've been finding out they've been doing most of this shit. Here, I got Wireshark on my computer, which it's like a cybersecurity app, and I got kicked off of the Wi-Fi, the work Wi-Fi on here months ago, but I ain't say nothing about that because I noticed they had access to my Twitter, which is kind of funny because my Twitter, nobody should have access to my Twitter because my Twitter is private, because that's like my music page. So, and nobody don't have access because that's like my music page. Yes, so nobody I know has access to my Twitter, which makes it easier to find out who's doing all this. Cause I know I can name 7 people like where it all started, but I'm not gonna do all that. That might be a part 3, cause this video is pretty much gonna be more of me exposing the feds for doing all this. But I don't want this video to be too long. I got something else, but I do want to talk about one more thing before I get to this tenant apartment issue. Before I start that, most likely what I'm gonna do is it's gonna be a waiting game. I'm pretty much most likely gonna file for unemployment, because you just can't tell nobody to look for work. Give them 2 weeks to look for another job. You'll be, especially if you work full time and you're on benefits. So pretty much most likely I'm gonna file for unemployment most likely. Now here's the catcher. I say catcher. Cause say if I don't get laid off, but the people I've been exposing, I guess you could say, most likely you're gonna get laid off. It just proved my point, because when I found out the person like the picture when my like side mirror was like caved in, it's on my other phone, but was on my other computer, but they laid off like 5 people. And a lot of people got disconnected from like the team chat that I know that don't work there. That's gonna be for part 3. Yeah, also, before I continue to move forward, it's kind of funny when I actually posted, well, like I said, they have access to my email, and I did find like some, I don't say investigation group, I guess you could say, because they told me the prices and everything, because people been going inside my damn car. I've been wanting this camera footage for like 2 months now. They not trying to give it to me. I was waiting till the real managers get there. Cause now I gotta get the timestamps, because the person, it's kind of ironic. I'll show you the timestamps. Teams. I'll show you the teams picture. I'll show you the message. Matter of fact, I feel like I should. Boom. This day, I filed a complaint. Here's the thing. I didn't file the complaint on my phone because they have access to my phone. Yeah, I might have to post the screenshots because it's just showing inverted. But pretty much, long story short, the fake manager, well, the person with the fake. Let's get one thing clear. Let's get another thing clear. This is my fake. This is the imposter that been at my job for like months now. So most likely I've been talking to my real manager most likely, but they using his picture, so he's just been just nothing around in the office, pretty much looking to my phone. Which I'm gonna explain the layoff situation because there's two more people that are exposed also up there that be leaving early. It got to the point that they just sit in the corner for like 8 hours straight and don't do nothing. And on a slow day, by the way. And the reason I say slow day because it's always work to do at the job. Like we got a QC area that they don't go over there at all unless I tweet something about it on my social medias exposing them. That's when they actually start working. Well, yeah, back to this. Yeah, because because it took me going to the police on my burner phone to complain about it. But like I said, to sum it up, a couple months ago, he said he gonna dig into it. Didn't do anything about it. I said no, cause why? I said her name too. But like I said, it don't matter, cause y'all won't know who it is. Cause I'm not gonna post their full ass names. But that name. But yeah. So long story short, I exposed the fake manager. I actually found a company that will look into it. I gave them pictures of my real manager. A day later, they talking about laying people off, which is kind of funny because within the past couple months, I've been trying to contact HR and tell them that somebody been going inside my damn car. I don't know about y'all. The cop up there told me that it's right to go inside a person's car without knowledge. For what everybody else telling me is trespassing, especially on somebody's property, on the company's property. So who do you believe? I got the officer names too, by the way. All right, but I don't want to talk too much about that video. I might have to make a part 3 about this whole situation. Let's get to this tenant situation now. All right, now let's get to this tenant issue. First thing first, before I started, I pay rent, by the way, of course. Every money order I get to send to my landlord or the property owner, I always get a tracking label on it. So the persons there have to sign it off to get it. It's in a P.O. box too, by the way. Am I showing up some personal shit? Nah, not really. It's like service fees. And that's like $4 extra to get like tracking labels on it. This is why she always keep her receipts. Like another money order for another month. I moved in back in June. I just want to show you all that I still have my receipts. The tenant attorneys told me to hold on to all this. Because why I want to say that, this is how I know the feds 100% have something to do with this as well. So, I'm going to say real estate agent. Because I haven't met my landlord, I guess you could say. I guess she's out of town or something. I'm not going to tell you the name of the company because I don't find where I live at. But, let's get started. I might not post the text messages on here. Like, everything is on my Twitter that I be posting, like, all the information. But, long story short, my real estate agent told me that I haven't paid I'll probably show this. I haven't paid my rent since. I haven't paid my rent. Like, this is all messages, too, by the way. That I haven't paid my rent. That's interesting. For both, I told since September. It's November. Spoke to the property owner. She said she had not received my rent payments for September, October, and this month, November. And this is back in November 2nd, 2022. All right, let's keep on going. I'm gonna keep going back. All right, just got a note for the property owner. This is October 26th that she haven't received my rent payments for September and October. All right, I ain't gonna get to that situation yet because I talked to the health department about this situation. This is what I complained because there's a guy that stays across from me. Long story short, multiple people been rotating out of the unit across from me. Like 4 or 5 people ever since I moved in. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that's definitely like some federal watch list type of shit. And here's a kicker. Like, he don't have a job. He works independently, I guess you could say. I put quotation marks. Because that guy be acting hella weird that stays across from me. It's funny because the other tenants downstairs, they was telling me shit like how they keep they side like all dirty and shit like blah. Like that's a long story on another day. That's a video gonna be for a part 3. We're gonna talk about this rent issue. But just know that 4 or 5 people have been like rotating out of that unit across from me. Alright, let's go back. Let's go back. Yeah, issue about the fridge. Blah blah blah. Peace. Blah. Now here's the kicker. Now before I start, August rent has not been received. August 30. That's because I ain't had no financial issue. No, I had an issue that I had to pay my rent late this month. Wait, I wrote it right here. August 15th. Any ideas when you have your rent payment for August? Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Now I moved in June. Okay, yeah. So June, they got my June rent. Here's the thing: I've been trying to pay online for like the longest, but they say they don't do online payment, which is funny. About security deposit, I pay my security deposit through PayPal to them. Now think about it. But like I said, I've been talking to tenant attorneys about this situation. And most of this is on my Twitter too, by the way. So look at the Twitter. I've been screenshotting like all the stuff that's been going on. Yeah, so any ideas for the rent? So this starting in August. This is how I know that most likely my rent either has not been getting cash or somebody been taking my rent. And know that the post office is a government job. And the only type of people that could do this type of shit are the feds. But the August rent, which I do got that in here, because I had to go to the post office like every goddamn month and do the same thing. Because if you keep your receipts and stuff, they'll run a background check. They could check your money orders and see who cashed it. So pretty much, this damn cat is annoying. But pretty much, if somebody else been cashing my money orders and it's not my landlord, they gonna find them. And this is just to add the extra security too. But like I said, I gotta keep all this now just in case, because apparently, most likely, over $2,000 of my rent has gone missing. I'm gonna end that video. I'm gonna end that video off like that. Enjoy this video. I'm not saying enjoy this video. Just to let you know what's been going on, and the feds have something to do with this. All I'm gonna say is, do your research on gang stalking. Do your research on cellular data hacking. It's another word for it. I just can't think of another word. But do your research on cellular data hacking. Do your research on gang stalking, group stalking. Me personally, I just think it's a federal watch list. But here's the thing: only way you put on the federal watch list is they look you as a threat. Now, if you go back to my last video, one of the people, which I just found out that they had a imposter manager, the job that I got fired from was really a fucking manager there. And he the one that told the cops that I was a threat. Now think about that. And again, and before I end the video off, it's gonna, this damn cat's driving me crazy. So, like I said, one reason I've been finding this shit out so easily is A, I don't have issues with a lot of people. B, it started from 2 jobs. C, it started from 7 people total from both jobs combined. That's how I know where it all started. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And so most likely somebody is definitely friends with some higher ups in power positions. Oh, work for the FBI or something. So somebody got friends in high places and they doing some racist, heinous. You know what? Let's look this up real quick. So pretty much, I'm gonna say people, even though I know it's the feds, they have committed impersonation fraud. I have pictures of that. Trespassing. Somebody was going inside my car on their property and fitting. Invasion of privacy. They have access to everything on this phone and my Wi-Fi. Defamation. Watch my last video about that whole situation. Stalking. I was getting stalked everywhere. And harassment. And like I said, I'm gonna end off like this. This is either racist, a hate crime, and I forgot the third one. Like I said, it's either racist, a hate crime, or I was right this whole damn time about the Fed phone and the shady shit that was going on at the company. And I'm gonna leave it at that.